SpaceX has submitted a proposal that could dramatically change how artificial intelligence is powered, not on Earth, but in space. Elon Musk's aerospace company has applied for permission to deploy up to 1 million satellites into orbit, with the goal of turning them into what it describes as orbital data centers. According to the filing, placing computing infrastructure in space could be the most efficient way to meet the exploding demand for AI processing. At present, AI relies heavily on massive data centers on the ground, huge facilities packed with high-powered computers that consume enormous amounts of electricity and water for cooling. SpaceX argues that as AI use accelerates, Earth-based infrastructure is already struggling to keep up, and that future demand will exceed what terrestrial systems can realistically support. If approved, the plan would massively expand SpaceX's presence in orbit. The company already operates nearly 10,000 Starlink satellites, a network that has drawn criticism from scientists and space agencies concerned about congestion in low Earth orbit. Musk has repeatedly pushed back on those concerns, insisting that space is vast and far from overcrowded. The new proposal outlines a potential network of solar-powered satellites operating at altitudes between roughly 500 and 2,000 kilometers above Earth, similar to Starlink. While no deployment timeline has been announced, SpaceX claims the system could eventually deliver enough computing power to serve billions of users worldwide. The company also frames the idea as part of a much bigger vision. In its application, SpaceX suggests that orbital computing could represent an early step toward humanity becoming a Kardashev Type II civilization, a theoretical concept describing a society capable of harnessing the full energy output of its star. Musk echoed this ambition on his social platform X, stating that the satellites would be spread so far apart that visibility between them would be minimal, arguing that concerns about overcrowding fail to grasp the sheer scale of space. Supporters of orbital data centers say they could offer environmental advantages. By relying on solar power and operating in the cold vacuum of space, such systems could reduce the energy and water demands associated with traditional data centers on Earth. Several other companies are reportedly exploring similar concepts. However, critics remain cautious. Experts have pointed out that launching and maintaining computing hardware in orbit is still extremely expensive, and protecting sensitive equipment from radiation, debris, and extreme conditions adds significant complexity. There are also growing concerns about the increasing volume of space junk and the risk of collisions, which could damage satellites or create cascading debris events. Astronomers have raised additional alarms. In recent years, researchers have complained that signals from satellite networks like Starlink interfere with radio telescopes, disrupting observations and making parts of the sky harder to study. Despite these concerns, Musk continues to dismiss claims that SpaceX's satellites are crowding orbit or limiting access for others. For now, the proposal highlights a bigger question facing the tech world. As AI demand surges beyond what Earth can easily support, will the next phase of computing move off the planet? Or will the risks prove too high?